October 5, and our scripture is from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral. Magandang umaga, hapon, tanghali, gabi, hating gabi. Anong oras niyo man po ito pinapanood? Ako po si Aaron Jan Lambang. Itong aking daily devotion para sa araw na ito. At ang tatalakayin po natin paksa ay tungkol sa ano ang purpose ni Lord sa sex. At ano naman po ang konsepto ng sex in theology. Simulan na po natin. So, una sa lahat, sex is not ultimately about human pleasure but about God's glory. When expressed within marriage, it reflects His design of love, faithfulness, and fruitfulness. The misuse of sex dishonors Him, but the right use magnifies His wisdom and goodness. As with every part of life, sex must be lived out in a way that exalts Christ and displays the beauty of the gospel. Alright, dumako po tayo agad sa ating teaching, no? Para mas maliwanagan ang aking sinabi, no? Una, sex is meant to honor its creator. How does it work, no? Para sa atin madalas yung nangyari sa sex, lalo ng bilang kabataan at of above legal age, no? Ang nangyayari ay ating mga magulang, madalas kung sino man mas nakakatatanda sa atin ay nakiiwas na ibigay ang topic na to or talakayin ang topic ito or like pag-usapan any form or healthy way. Madalas sinishame ito o tinatago ang kalaman ito na upang mangyari ay hindi nila magawa o hindi nila malaman ang kung ano man ito. Pero we know how the world works. Eventually, the topic will be brought up in friendly conversation, brought up in school, in any other form or public area kung saan man itong madalas na like mag-spring up, and it could be anywhere. Hindi po ito healthy na napupunta sa atin. Madalas yung mga views nito or perspective na dumatapos po sa ating kaisipan ay hindi healthy at hindi Christ-like. Kaya since sex is actually meant to honor its creator, it's not a selfish act. Hindi po ito paraan upang tayo lang po ay masaya, tayo lang po ang nakakasabi ng mga tao lamang ay nakaka-enjoy. Kundi ito po ay para rin gawing paraan na ilwalhati, i-glorify ang Panginoon through marriage, no? So sex is not ultimately about human pleasure, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, but when expressed within marriage, it reflects the design of God, how love is supposed to feel. It is a gift, kagaya ng sinabi ng analogy o analohiya ni Pastor Russell Ocampo, kung saan ito ay regalo sa atin na may nagbubukas ba ng regalo, Christmas gift, sa panahon ng Setyembre? 'Di ba? Hindi gumagana, hindi angkop at hindi tama. Kaya may panahon, may angkop na panahon, na ayon na upang buksan ng ating mga regalo, upang i-enjoy at sa ganun on the topic of sex and on the topic of sex, yun nga, it has to be after marriage, no? Kailangan itong iwasan. Kaya connected rin to sa pangalawa nating teaching o katuruan, sex must be done in God's way. So there are many ways to sex, but majority of them or maybe even all of them could be wrong, as the majority of the time when it does happen, yung mga sinasabing panahon na nangyari to ay between two people na nag-consent nga pero di naman nila alam ano yung katotohanan, at madalas sila ay na-inform ng kanilang mga tropa o kung anumang mga online sources na hindi biblically based. So sex must be done in God's way, and this is also, alam mo, hindi rin tinatopic ng church din eh. So everyone doesn't know what's the right way. All they know, it should be done after marriage, but they don't know why. They know why it should be done that way. At sa ganun, hindi siya natatalakay o hindi siya naliliwanagan sa isip ng mga tao dahil tinitignan siya bilang tabu para pag-usapan at hindi lumalawak ang isip ng mga Kristiyano, pati na rin yung mga nanampalataya o mga taong wala sa faith, no? So it is not explored and fully spoken about or talked about comfortably in any shape or form madalas, no? Very rare occurrence yan. Kaya sex is holy, which is our third topic, is holy, and we have the duty to keep it holy. So how do we keep it holy? In what way is God's way? In what way does is it retain its holiness? Paanong paraan na nanatiling itong banal? Sa paraan na ginagawa natin ito sa tuwing kasal na walang nangyayaring immoral, cheating, or we do not ruin a present, no? By that way, no? Di natin binablemish, di natin sinisira, di natin tinatapon o binabaliwala. Sabihin natin, binigay sa atin cheese grater, ta's ginamit mo na lang pangkayod ng kahoy, hindi gumaganang gano'n at definitely hindi angkop, hindi tama. At sa gano'n is holy and we have the duty to keep it holy. In what way? So, no adultery, no premarital sex, no immoral use of sex, cheating, and other shape or form. At sa ganun, nananatili ang pagkabanal nito. Kaya, yun lamang. Sana meron po kayo napulot na aral, meron po yung nakuhang sustansya sa aking tinalakay na paksa, at may mauwi kayong aral talaga. Ayun lamang. Salamat po sa pakikinig. Ako po si Aaron John M. Lumbang. Ito ang aking daily devotion. Magkita po tayo muli. Ayun lamang. Mabuhay.